The estimations for the highest grossing media franchises has been proven to be completely inaccurate. One Piece franchise's gross has dropped by over 8 billion and Naruto's has dropped completely. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why these estimations are wrong after the intro.
Wasted, I'm feeling wasted. Wasted, tell me, can you taste it? Wasted, I feel so wasted.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to King Anime Review, and for this video, I'll be presenting factual information as to why estimations are not factually accurate. And that's very obvious, but this video needs to be made because I still see people running around showing estimations of stuff. But yeah, estimations is not factually accurate. It's just an estimate, and a lot of the time it can be extremely wrong. And I see a lot of videos on YouTube, like basically videos showing, oh, this is the highest grossing media franchises of all time, and it's simply estimations. And the thing that people don't understand about estimations, or they seem not to understand about estimations, is not trustworthy. And especially when you're getting the information from Wikipedia, which everybody knows Wikipedia can be changed, is not trustworthy. So today I was going through some stuff and I came across a highest grossing media franchise list. Now, this is a list that I have previously saw on Wikipedia, but I went back to the list because I was doing some research and looking some stuff up, and I seen that they made a drastic change. And there's multiple people who's made YouTube videos about this, about the highest grossing media franchises of all time and stuff like that. Well, guess what? Now they're basically going to have to admit that all of those videos are wrong because something fishy is going on. And what I think is going on is, well, first, let me just explain what happened. So I went to the list, right? And previously, like back last year when I went to check it out, One Piece had, it basically said that One Piece had sold as a franchise overall, it grossed over 19 billion. It had grossed over $19 billion as a franchise as a whole. And when I went back to this Wikipedia today, so that was like last year when I checked that out. But today, when I went back to this Wikipedia page, highest grossing media franchises of all time, it said One Piece had actually grossed 11 billion. And Dragon Ball, it went from being, last time I checked, it was like 22 billion. And now it's at 27 billion. Now, it's nothing wrong with that because obviously franchises, the longer they're in existence, the more years they're around, the more money that they will accumulate. So obviously Dragon Ball growing a couple billion, that's not shocking, that's not surprising. But what is surprising is One Piece decreasing by 8 billion sales, or 8 billion gross, or whatever. Now, anyways, I took a picture of the information because this may change tomorrow. As we know, this is Wikipedia, and Wikipedia, people can go on there and edit stuff. And the reason why I had to make this video is because I seen somebody, like, you know how cocky One Piece fans are, and I just don't like talking to them because a lot of them are very, very annoying. But One Piece fan told me, dude, Oda is way richer than Kishimoto. I was like, bro, you're just talking about estimations. He was talking about Oda's estimated net worth versus Kishimoto's estimated net worth. That's an estimation. It's not factual. So this video, I'm also using this video just to completely debunk and permanently debunk these clowns who will always talk about these estimated net worths and all of these estimated numbers. And they always, use Wikipedia, which is like probably one of the worst sources of information you can use. But let me just tell you some credible information. Credible information is like when a company itself tells you how much money they made, or how much the list of order of their highest grossing franchises. Like, for example, when TV Tokyo, they release it on a quarterly basis every year. They release their highest grossing anime franchises. And I believe a couple years ago, Naruto was at the top, but last year, Boruto overtook Naruto and became #1. And Pokemon, Pokemon's on there as well, and etc. So, yeah, that's released by TV Tokyo, so that's actually credible information. Also, it was in a trailer, a Bandai Namco trailer, and since it's from Bandai Namco, obviously that means it's credible information because Bandai Namco are the ones who publish Naruto games. But they said something about, I think they said the Storm series sold 20 million copies. That's credible information because it's coming from a reliable source, a company that actually has the rights to Naruto. But all of these Wikipedia pages, all of that stuff is just estimations. So take that stuff with a grain of salt. Anytime somebody try to use that as evidence, it's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, as far as these net worths and stuff like that, you can't use that because you don't know how much money somebody actually has. And by the way, I never really believed that highest grossing media franchise list because I know goodness well One Piece is not twice as successful as Naruto. Like if you look up the Google Trends, and also Google Trends is credible because, you know, it's from Google. You look up Google Trends and it allows you to compare certain things. And you'll see that Naruto is vastly more popular than One Piece across the globe. One Piece is only really more popular than Naruto in like a handful of countries like Japan and a couple of North African countries and the Middle East. That's really the only places One Piece is more popular, like a handful of countries. The majority of the world, Naruto is more popular. In fact, the entire Western Hemisphere, all of North America, all of South America, all of Central America, all of America, Naruto is actually more popular than One Piece. So One Piece is really only more popular than Naruto in Japan. And yeah, so that's that. And obviously the manga sales back that up as well because, you know, Naruto outsells One Piece internationally, whereas One Piece only outsells Naruto in Japan. Just to put in perspective how much more popular Naruto is than One Piece worldwide, the Naruto Storm series has sold 20 million copies worldwide, whereas apparently the One Piece Pirate Warriors series, which is the most popular One Piece video game series, has only sold 5 million copies worldwide, whereas Storm 4 alone sold over 5.8 million copies. So that also shows how much more popular Naruto is than One Piece. And one of the reasons why I never really believed those highest grossing media franchises list is because there's no way One Piece games outsell Naruto games. That I been knew that wasn't the case because One Piece games don't even get English dubs. And it's a reason they don't get English dubs because they barely sell in the United States. So yeah, I been knew that Naruto games was always way more popular and successful than One Piece games. Point being, yeah, this is credible information that I'm going to be using to debunk. Basically, anybody who says something stupid, who tries to show me some estimated sales or some estimated net worths or something like that, I'm going to, you know, link this video to them because they need to be educated. And also, not just that. And here's the thing that I'm really like I literally went up and down the list multiple times to make sure I wasn't to make sure I actually seen every single media franchise that they listed. But guess what? These guys took Naruto off the list and replaced it with Demon Slayer. I think the people who are making these Wikipedia lists, they have a personal agenda. I honestly do think they have a personal agenda, and they're just taking out certain things that they don't like. And because first of all, this doesn't make sense. Now here, so I overlooked basically all the categories, and basically One Piece. And what I think they did was I think they took out the manga magazine sales, which actually makes sense. So the reason why One Piece estimated gross decreased by 8 billion is because they took out the manga magazine sales. And basically what that is basically how much Weekly Shonen Jump sold each chapter of One Piece. I think they calculate. First of all, I don't even know how they got this information. Obviously, it's estimated. Therefore, it's not 100% factual, and it could be wrong, basically. But anyways, what I assume they did was I think they took the manga magazine sales, basically like the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine sales, and each chapter basically each volume or each release or each magazine that had One Piece in it, they calculated that as a part of One Piece's gross. The reason why that didn't make sense is because One Piece is not the only manga in Shonen Jump. And same with Naruto, same with Dragon Ball, etc. So I think they took out the manga magazine sales, and that's why One Piece's gross dropped 8 billion by 8 billion. So that to me, that's not too shocking. It actually does make sense to me. And plus, One Piece being that close to Dragon Ball, I never really thought that was realistic, especially since Dragon Ball is vastly more popular than One Piece, obviously, and it's been around a lot longer. But anyways, Yeah, but with that being said, the thing that was really shocking is the fact that Naruto, they completely removed Naruto from the list. Now I was thinking, okay, so on their first list, back when I first saw this, when One Piece was at like 19 billion in terms of estimated gross, Naruto was at 10 billion. But Naruto's not even on the list anymore. And the lowest thing that's on the list is like stuff that's like sold like, or I mean stuff that's franchises that's grossed 2 billion and stuff like that. Naruto was at an estimated gross of 10 billion. And even if you remove the manga magazine sales, which I think they did that for one. Yeah, I looked at it. They did that for One Piece. They removed the manga magazine sales, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure that came from Weekly Shonen Jump, like the actual magazine itself, which didn't just have One Piece in it, had multiple manga in it, such as Naruto, Bleach, etc. But anyways, yeah, so I think they removed the manga magazine sales for One Piece. As a matter of fact, yeah, that's what I've seen. But even if you did that for Naruto, because Naruto's estimated manga magazine sales was like 6 billion, I think. Something like that. Or I think it was 6 billion. So even if you remove that, 6 billion minus, take away 6 billion from 10 billion and you get 4 billion. So Naruto should still be on the list. It should, because right now it's like 2 billion. The lowest things that's on the list is like 2 billion. So Naruto should still be on the list, but it wasn't even on the list, which made absolutely zero sense. Because if you're only removing the manga magazine sales, Naruto should still be on the list. So the Wikipedia list was wrong. It is wrong. They literally debunked themselves. They just took Naruto off of there for no reason. Maybe they don't like Naruto. Maybe they got a personal agenda against Naruto. I've been seeing a lot of Naruto negativity, a lot of hatred towards Naruto going around on the internet over the past couple of years. It's absolutely ridiculous. Back in the old days, back when Naruto was on Toonami and stuff, it was literally the most popular anime. And maybe that's why a lot of people hate it, because they're getting sick of people talking about it and stuff. But if you look at Google Trends, it's literally the most popular anime there is. So people just got to get over it. They got to learn to accept the fact that there are things in this world that they are not going to like, that other people are going to like. Grow up, accept that. Stop with this personal agenda stuff. Like, I literally see people online making whole articles. Like, you really wasting your time typing out a whole article talking about how much you don't like Naruto? Get a life. But anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I gotta say. The Wikipedia highest grossing media franchise of all time, that list is wrong. It has been completely debunked by me in this video. And yeah, and like I said, you could search up highest grossing media franchises. You'll see a couple YouTube videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. I seen one video, and yeah, Naruto was estimated at 10 billion, and now it's not even on the list, when it's stuff on the list that's like 2 billion. They even put Demon Slayer on the list, which made no sense, because, well, first, I think they had it at 3 billion. It still made no sense, because there's no way Demon Slayer outsold Naruto. Outgrossed Naruto. I know the movie is the #1 movie in Japan of all time, and the manga sales are great. The manga sales are doing great in Japan. But Naruto as a manga still outsells Demon Slayer. And only thing Demon Slayer really the only thing is the movie that's really, that's probably the only thing that Demon Slayer has that gross more than Naruto. Demon Slayer hasn't even had video games yet. And it hasn't even had that much merchandise. So it's completely unbelievable and unrealistic for Demon Slayer to have outsold Naruto, or should I say outgrossed Naruto as a franchise. So yeah, I just had to completely debunk that garbage. Yeah, so if you're one of those people who like to use Wikipedia articles and Wikipedia lists to try to prove your points, you better stop using those, because I literally just debunked that whole thing. And also, that whole estimated net worth thing, stop using that. I be seeing some clowns running around talking about people's estimated net worth. Oh, well, this guy is richer than that guy. You don't know how rich they are. You don't know how much money they have. That's an estimation. That's what the word estimation means. It means it's not an exact number. It's an estimation. But anyways, with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, please drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thought of this in the comment section below. And click that channel notification bell to be notified on all my future videos. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.